Get my hater blockers on. Ogden, man. Ogden.
Nobody watch me. Everybody turn around. Turn around.
We lived here 5 years ago. We lived over there. And now we live in Cedar City.
I live in Davis County, but yeah. It's part of the, I guess technically it's part of the Ogden metropolitan area, yes.
Yeah, right.
I was born and raised in Ogden, Utah. OG.
No, I'm from Oklahoma originally.
All right. How long you been around here?
34 years.
Since I was 2 years old, most of my life, I went traveling and stuff.
Yeah, so I grew up in Huntsville. I live now just up in North Ogden. I love the place. It's really nice.
Great.
Yeah, I'm from Ogden.
Great.
Born and raised.
I have lived here my whole life. I grew up in Ogden, moved to Ogden again, then moved to Delaware. I missed Ogden, so I moved back.
I like the city of Ogden. It's really nice, and it's way better than Minnesota. So,
How do you find out what's going on around town?
Yeah, just the internet and just people talking about, this is going on. Some of 25th Street's pretty hot,
So if you go into coffee shops or like AA clubs or whatever, you'll find bulletin boards.
I'm part of the food scene. I'm a food blogger, and so that's kind of how I say commute with the owners of the community here in Ogden. But it's called Foodie Fellowship, FOODY Fellowship. I was just eating at Wingnuts so.
Currently it's Ogdenite on Instagram. That's where I get most of my what bands are playing.
I don't know, Facebook crap sometimes, Instagram here and there.
To the coffee shop, it's like Grants for Coffee right over here. They had these cool portfolio things as cards for art galleries and stuff. Here, yeah, mid next one. So that's what I'm talking about right there. Yeah.
Just kind of leave my house and hope for the best. I don't know. I just kind of go out and there's always something, especially around the downtown area. You can always find something. Yeah.
I actually don't. I mean, so I work at Oshmart. It's the Asian store. So I was actually coming to the Thai restaurant to find out when they're doing a food fair at the Thai temple.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty much how I get all the Asian stuff.
I see. Yeah, you're plugged in.
But yeah, other than that, I don't actually really know much.
So here in Ogden, we actually have a You're from Ogden page. You can figure out stuff through there. Farmers market on Saturdays, so we like to come here. We have fun. This whole street closes, and we like to have activities. This is where sponsors come, and we get to see what sponsors are out here in the community, what help you can receive in the community.
I don't really follow a lot of websites, but regardless of where I go, there's always something going on, so I usually can find something fun to do.
What are some local businesses or places you like to go around here?
Boulevard Barber on 29th Street in Washington. Best barbershop in town.
Nice.
The Weber State downtown store. I work there. Not at the downtown location, but I work at the Weber State store. Always down to go on a hike. There's always a trail. I'm not sure the names of the trails, but you go up to any mountain and there's a trail that you can hike for a couple hours, so that's always something good to do.
I think Weber State University is great. I think it's a good local school, good commuter school for a lot of people, affordable.
The campus over at Weber State, or wherever it is. Yeah, Purple Pride.
I mean, Sonora Grill is my favorite Mexican restaurant of all places. Five Guys always wins. Wingnuts, oh my gosh, I love their buffalo wings. So good. I actually love Fort Buenaventura. Not only is it a cool site to visit, I think it's historic. They've got a little pond there. It's beautiful. They have frisbee golf? Yeah, frisbee golf that you can go and play. And yeah, it's just a cool place. And there's also a dog park there. So I love to take my dog there. We take a walk, see some scenes, take a nap, go play in the dog park. And there's the river. Yeah.
I love all the local businesses that have come to Ogden and really supported it, and I love how the community's come and supported them. Right. Love my Wingnuts right here, right next to us. I love Sonora Grill as well. Really good La Crepe OG, an awesome dessert place close by as well. I like to go up to Snow Basin. Pretty fun. If you can take the gondola up, they have a nice Sunday brunch. You go up there and eat Sunday brunch. Lots of fun. Beautiful views.
It has really good chicken parmesan. Yeah. La Fioria. Good enough? I like the rink.
Oh, yeah, we went to Tona. Yeah.
Well, Land Thai is good. I love them. Ocean Mart Ogden, that's where I work. It's the Mid-Autumn Moon Festival tomorrow. So, we've got Japanese, Chinese, Korean, Polynesian, pretty much everything you want. Good produce. I mean, there's swing dancing, but I mean, that's just, 'cause, you know, dancing. So that's just at the Union Station, just down 25th. That's every Wednesday night. That's a fun thing to do.
Well, some local places that I love to go eat. I love Rosa's Cafe, best Mexican food in Ogden. If you like hot Mexican food, that's the place to go. Rosa's gonna cook your food for you. Lotus Yoga, that's my favorite go-to place for like good healthy food and awesome vibes. It's a good spot.
Causey, for sure. Where else? I don't know, Bear Lake. Go get a shake, come back. It's a nice drive. Even just driving up over Trapper is probably my favorite thing. Just going Ogden Canyon to Weber and heading home.
I like to go up to Lowenfar Park, and 16th Street, by the Ogden River.
Dude, yeah, I'll shout out to the Kokomo for being like OG, and then shout out to Historic right here, and then shout out to Lighthouse, and shout out to Lucky Slice, and then also shout out to the coffee shop. It's like Grounds for Coffee right over here.
That's where I go. Like, I've got a little convertible. It's just fun just driving around here late at night. Oh, Ramen House. That place is good curry. On 25th Street, yeah, Ramen House. I freaking love that place.
Shout out to Waffle Love. Shout out to Pearl over here, my favorite boba place. Shout out to Ogden High. Shout out to Ben Lomond. We love Ogden. Come on.
Oh, the Ogden Mustangs. There we go. We're going to beat them tomorrow. Oh, you guys are playing the Mustangs? Yeah, that's all I got to say. We're going to beat them.
Can you tell me about any people or organizations that you feel like are doing important work around town?
Oh man, there's a lot.
Yeah, community mental health. I'm a therapist, so mental health workers are a big deal. Weber, Human Services, taking care of everybody on Medicaid. A lot of the private practice people, taking care of those folks.
We enjoyed, there was an organization that, the trails, the Ogden Trails or something like that.
Just the independent art stuff. The Monarch is doing great stuff. There's a lot of independent artists that are branching off and doing their own things and getting their own little collectives going, which is really fun. Nurture the creative mind is always a really great thing.
So right now, for example, on Sundays, they'll feed all the homeless people and just anybody at the park, just at the by the courthouse. And then another thing that's great is they got a cool homeless shelter. They got 2 homeless shelters. You can also call 211 if you're confused. You know, 211. There's a lot of really good service going around. I mean, the church does a lot of, the Mormon church or whatever does a lot of stuff.
For one, church is a really big help here in our community. You know, there's different kinds of religions out there, but Church Rivers of Living Water here on 12th Street, it's a church that completely changed my life around. So I want to give a quick shout out to Church Rivers of Living Water for changing my life.
If you've ever heard of Startup Ogden, they're actually right here in the middle of the heart of Ogden, where there's a lot of different startup businesses that are doing a lot of cool things. It's a collection of multiple businesses. They're literally startup businesses. And actually right here across the street above the downtown, Weber State downtown store, they have desks that they can rent out. And they have weekly meetings together where they bounce ideas off each other and just share ideas. Even though they're not from the same company, they still have ideas of how to improve. And it's just really cool. Different Ogden locals are helping each other be successful in their own businesses. So.
Oh, I think all the homeless shelters are doing important. That's a big time. There's a big need for it here. Yeah.
Do you know any local mythology or folklore, history, anything like that?
Yeah, so I mean, I know 24th Street was pretty wild back in the day, right? Kind of like even Al Capone said, like Ogden's kind of pretty wild, right? So I mean, I know it's got a strong history there. I think it's fun to go on ghost tours. I know the old train station's kind of fun, like it's haunted supposedly. And so, yeah, I mean, I've never done it, but I've always wanted to.
Specifics about like back in the day, how this place used to be a really scary place. It was the place where my mom always threatened to drop me off if I was bad.
I mean, I live in Riverdale. There's actually a lot of bodies they find off the Weber River there. We don't talk about that though, so that's kind of wild. But even just down here on 25th, the tunnels under the road, and I don't know, all the haunted places and shit. Yeah, stuff like that.
What was the jazz player's name? The sax player. They just passed away. This guy's he's a world famous musician, but he was playing on 25th Street at a club on 25th Street, and he came from California a couple times, and he finally just said, "I'll just move to Ogden." So he moved to Ogden, but he and the owner of the bar, who was black, they broke all kinds of racial barriers. And then that's folklore. That's history, right there. So
You ever hear about Flo at the Ogden Cemetery? No. And everybody knows about Flo, okay? So you go to the Ogden Cemetery late at night, and you drive like all the way to the back, and then you like make a turn like you're about to come out, and then you just sit there and wait, and you like turn your blinkers on or something, and then I don't even know, dude. All is that the story is like something like this. I'm probably getting it wrong, but like she was waiting for a ride that never showed up, and then she got all angry or something. So she's just an angry ghost waiting for a ride. Like, is that my ride? And then so if you flash your lights, she might be like waiting for you to like come pick her up.
I heard there was like a ghost tour. I did hear there was, I don't know, I heard there was like a brothel nearby, like there was a haunted place. I've just kind of semi-heard that. I don't actually know if it's true, but I have heard something like that.
The tunnels under 25th Street. I've actually been under the downtown store, the Weber State downtown store. There's access to the tunnels. Really? I mean, you can't get in anymore, but like the entrance to them is down there.
I do know in the downtown store, I used to work there actually, there was jokes about a ghost, but crazy things would happen there all the time. It's the ghost gym. And it would be like the elevator would just randomly go up and down and no one would touch it. There'd be things that would be moving around in the basement. There was a whole bookshelf that was put together one day and no one knows who put it up. So we said it was the ghost gym. But really, no one who worked there did it. So either someone broke in or it was the ghost. Wow. Yeah, but there's actually access to the tunnels down there. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty dang. Not the store, but the building itself. Yeah.